Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Lisa Marie Gelhaus.
Want this chair?
Lisa Marie, do you see the timers?
Yes, I do. Don't show me that red card.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Lisa Marie Gelhaus, destination unknown. Destination unknown. Lisa Marie Gelhaus.
I'm 10 years old, and today is the day that I get to choose the instrument I'm going to play in the school band. In the music room, they have all of the instruments set up all around, and oh, and there's Miss Julie, our music teacher. She's walking towards me with this big smile. So, Lisa, which instrument would you like to play? The snare drum. No, I don't think that's a good choice for you. Hey, have you thought about the flute? At home, we had an old junky flute that my mom used to play like 1,000,000 years ago when she was in school. And of course, I had played with it. But what I didn't know is that Miss Julie had conspired with my mother to make me play the flute. That flute. Come on, Lisa. Let's see if you can get a sound out of that flute. You know, it is not easy to play the flute. I know that anybody can get a sound out of a flute. Ugh, I'll show her. You're a genius. You're signed up for the flute. Moral of the story, I hated that flute. Ugh. Toastmasters guests, have you ever begun a project that you had no idea where it would take you? For me, that flute was the beginning of a journey with destination unknown. Now, it's true that I did not like to play the flute, but I soon discovered that I loved making music with my friends in the band. So much so that when they asked me to come and sing in the choir, I joined that too. And I discovered that I loved singing classical music. I began to sing all the time. In the morning on the bus, in the gym, at the dinner table. My mother said, Lisa, stop. But my Uncle Bob, he encouraged me. Lisa, just listen to the music you like and imitate it. That could have gone badly. What if I liked Guns N' Roses? Fortunately, my mother's record collection was a little bit more tame than that, so I wore out her records on an old record player. I had a huge headset. It was the 1970s. We didn't have AirPods. And I sang my heart out to Cat Stevens and Carly Simon. You're so vain. It came so easily to me that I thought everybody loved singing, right? As I got older, I still loved music, but I didn't make that much music. I basically hung out with my friends. And, you know, the musicians, I went out and listened to their gigs and rooted for them. And until one night, in a dive bar outside of Bologna, for the first time, I heard a jazz singer improvising. She was up there on that stage, and she was so cool. She was there making her own melody while the people behind her, that jazz band, were banging out an old jazz standard. ba-do, dem, de, da, de, da, do, de, da. Wow. By the end of the song, I was up underneath the stage and I was pulling on her sleeve and I said, would you please teach me how to sing like that? And so, at the ripe old age of 50, I began to study jazz with that very singer, Sonia Cavallari, and she taught me the secret about jazz. You see, jazz musicians play by ear, and when they solo, they improvise. That was totally different than any other music I had ever heard. I was hooked. I'm still hooked. Hey, anybody see that crazy journey I took to get to where I am today? And while I was walking that path, it didn't seem like a journey. I wasn't building my life's work. I was living my life's joy. And as I look back from that flute to the school band, to the choir, to jazz singing, I can see it clearly. All of those magical musical moments that seemed so effortless for me at the time were actually giant neon signs pointing in a direction with no indication of my destination. Today, jazz singing is my greatest joy. I can't imagine a day without it. I even found an excuse to sing today. Now, think, what is it that you do, that you love, but you don't give it a second thought? I don't know, cooking? Riding a motorcycle? Collecting stamps? What is that one thing that you keep putting off because you'll get to it someday? Here's what I learned. The path to happiness isn't always neatly mapped out. It is in the journey that you find your treasure. Whatever it is that you do that comes to you easily, that brings you joy, take the time to walk that path and explore. Now, if you don't know where to begin, improvise. Contest here.